What if I told you that the world's most popular religions, the ones that promise peace and love, are hiding rituals so dark and violent that they have turned true believers into atheists overnight? Imagine finding out secrets that make holy books read like horror stories. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, I will show you a ritual so disgusting that it destroyed kingdoms and still gives people nightmares today. But let's start where billions of people pray: Christianity. Get ready. This deep dive into darkness will break your illusions, one bloody truth at a time. Christianity, the torture chambers. Our story starts in the dark times of medieval Europe, where the Christian cross cast a long, bloody shadow. Imagine the rooms of the Spanish Inquisition, cold stone walls hearing the sound of breaking bones. People who questioned the church, or Jews hiding their identity, were stretched on racks until their joints popped, screaming while priests chanted prayers. But the most disgusting part? The pear of anguish. This was a metal tool put into mouths or private parts, then cranked open to tear the skin from the inside. The torturers blessed this tool for cleaning souls. Thousands were crushed, confessing to things they didn't do just to stop the pain, only to be burned alive in public fires while crowds cheered. This wasn't just a few crazy people, it was church law. It turned faith into a torture chamber that killed over 150,000 people. How many believers ran away thinking, if this is God, I would rather face the devil? Islam. Secrets in the sand. The horror gets worse as we move to the hidden secrets of some interpretations of Islam. In hot desert villages, honor killings happen like planned tragedies. A young woman, accused of just looking at a man, is buried up to her neck in the ground. Her own relatives, fathers and brothers, throw stones at her, cracking her skull while she cries out prayers. But it gets darker with female genital mutilation, a ritual in some groups. Young girls are pinned down, and parts of their private areas are cut off with dirty blades, without any pain medicine, just to keep them pure. Their screams echo as they are sewn shut, causing pain for the rest of their lives, burning when they pee and tearing open during childbirth. Millions are scarred and infections kill many, all justified as God's will. And in the shadows of extremism, we see beheadings, prisoners on their knees, throats slowly cut with dull knives, while people chant, their heads put on spikes and bodies hung upside down to scare everyone. The fake look of faith breaks down. How can a religion of mercy create such pain? Hinduism, gods and gore. The tension builds as we look at the many gods of Hinduism. On the banks of the Ganges River, Agori monks eat things you cannot imagine. Rotting human flesh pulled from funeral fires, eaten raw to go beyond death. They use human skulls as bowls for drinking urine, but whisper the darker secrets. Rituals using dead bodies in graveyards at midnight to gain energy, with diseases growing in open wounds. Even deeper were the Thuggee stranglers, killers who worshiped the goddess Kali. They lured travelers with sweet words, then strangled them with the scarf until their eyes popped out. The bodies were hacked up and buried in mass graves as a sacrifice. Millions disappeared over centuries, robbery disguised as religion. And in secret tantric rituals, people covered in blood engaged in sexual acts surrounded by rotting, dead bodies to call upon demons. Hinduism's colorful culture hides this dark chaos, enough to make anyone stop believing in reincarnation. Judaism, curses in the scrolls. The plot gets thicker in the ancient laws of Judaism. In some ultra-strict groups, there is a circumcision ritual called metzitza b'peh. Here, the person performing the cut sucks the blood from the baby's wound with his mouth. This has spread herpes viruses to infants, causing brain damage and death. Dozens of babies have died, yet some still defend it as a holy ritual. History also shows terrible curses called harem. Rabbis would gather in circle with candles to curse people who disobeyed, dooming them to starvation or suicide, while mobs stoned them. And then, the marriage horrors. Girls promised to men at age 3, forced into marriage young, and laws that chained widows to their husbands' brothers, making rape look like a duty. The wisdom of Judaism turns into wounds. The fine print of faith is full of filth. Conclusion. There it is, the ritual that destroyed faith for countless people. These aren't just accidents, they are part of religion's history woven with human suffering to control the masses. If this kept you watching until the end, question everything. Has this shaken your beliefs? Drop your thoughts below. Which ritual disgusted you the most? Subscribe for more unmasked truths, because the darkest secrets of the divine are just beginning to open up.